Hello class, my name is Dr. Scarlett, and today we will be learning about the unit circle. Okay, first off, these are some important tips on how to remember the unit circle. First, remember we always start off with 0 degrees, because this is your baseline, so it's always 0 degrees. And remember, to get radians, you multiply, use this formula. You start with your degrees, 0 degrees, and you multiply by pi over 180. Okay? So if you multiply this out, this will give you 0. So the radians for this line is 0. And the coordinate for this, remember since this is a graph, a unit circle I mean, so the coordinate would be 1, comma 0. Because there's no y coordinate, because we are on the baseline, and we just moved over 1. Okay, so to find the degrees of the next line, for these next 3 lines right here, this little cluster, you gotta add 30. So you add 30 to 0, and that gives you 30 degrees. And then you add 15 for the next 2 lines. So add 15 again, it's 45 degrees. Add another 15, it's 60 degrees. And remember, to find the radians, what we do, we multiply times pi 180. So we got, erase this. So we got 30 degrees multiplied by pi over 180. And that'll give you 30 pi over 180. Do this by crossing the zeros, divide by 3, pi over 6. So the radians for 30 degrees is pi over 6. Okay? And now we do the same thing for all the other degrees. And to find the coordinates over here, it's a little trick I like to remember. I'd like to use to help remember the coordinates. So we start out right here. It's 1/2 over square root of 3 over 2. The second line, it's square root of 2 over 2, comma, square root of 2 over 2. And the third line, it's square root of 3 over 2, comma, 1/2. So what I like to do, let me plot these coordinates right here. This one is square root of 3 over 2. Remember, it's a negative 1/2 since we're in the y coordinate. Negative 1/2. And it's negative square root of 2 over 2. I'm square root of 2 over 2. I meant negative for the y. And right here, it's 1/2 negative square root of 3 over 2. Okay, the trick I like to use to help remember the coordinates, you start, I remember it's like a little 1, 2, 3 curve. So wherever and if you look at your numerator for each, they actually increase. So you start off with 1, you go to 2, and you go to 3. Remember, every time you see 1/2, you know it's a square root of 3 over 2. Anytime you see square root of 3 over 2 in the x coordinate, you know the y coordinate is 1/2. Anytime you see square root of 2 over 2, you know the y coordinate is square root of 2 over 2. So, what we do, and if you look at the bottom, it goes in decreasing order. It goes 3, 2, 1. And I remember every time there's a 3 or a 2, it's the square root of it. It's never just the plain number. And anytime there's a 1, it's a 1/2. So like this. So you know over here, it starts the same way it is over here, except you switch the charges. Except remember, the x coordinate over here is negative and the y coordinate is positive. So right here, you start off the same way, except negative 1/2, comma, square root of 3 over 2. Then right here will be negative square root of 2 over 2 and square root of 2 over 2. Right here would be negative square root of 3 over 2, 1/2. Remember, we do the same thing we did on this side over here, except we just switch the charges. So how it went from 1, 2, 3, we're going 3, 2, 1 now. So right here it'll be Remember, they're both negative now. The x-coordinate is negative and the y-coordinate is negative. So it would be negative square root of 3 over 2, negative 1/2, and negative square root 2 over 2, and negative square root 2 over 2. And the last one would be negative 1/2, negative square root 3 over 2. Okay? And you can use this to solve anything over here. So remember, so you get right here, you add 30 degrees to 90. You add 30 again to get 120. And this is little 15 intervals, and you add 30 right here. So you get the rest. Thank you.